Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Thursday, January 6th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick little recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about the injuries in play for tonight's slate. It is a small 4-game slate overall, and then going over my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings as well. But without further ado, we'll get into yesterday's picks, see how they turned out. Kiefer Sykes, $3,300, looking for about 17 points out. He got to 29.75, so he was a hit. Shooting guard, we had Anthony Simons, $5,300, looking for 27 points out of him. He got to 45.75, so he was a good hit once again. He's been playing very well. Then a small forward, we had Chris Middleton, $7,300, looking for 37 points out of him. Obviously, Giannis was out yesterday. He ended up with 43 points, so he was a hit as well. Then at power forward, we had Maxi Kleber, $3,800. We were looking for 19 points out of him. He got to 19.5. He was a hit. Still wish we would have got a little bit more out of him, but still a hit nonetheless. And then last but not least, Trey Lyles, $4,700. Looking for 24 points out of him. He got to 27.25, so he was a hit as well. So a perfect 5 for 5 day on the DraftKings side. Then on the FanDuel side, we had Anthony Simons at the point guard position, $5,500. Looking for about 28 points out of him. He got to 44.7, so he was a hit on the FanDuel side as well. Then at shooting guard, we had Tyler Hero, $6,500. Looking for 33 points out of him. He got 27.5. He's a miss. He's been shooting terribly from the field. 5 for 23 yesterday. Just not going in the basket for whatever reason. He's just off at this point in time, so we'll probably avoid Tyler Hero in the near future until he kind of gets that straightened out. Then at small forward, once again, we had Chris Middleton, $7,200. Looking for 36 points out of him. He got to 43.2, so he was a hit. Then at power forward, we had his teammate Bobby Portis, looking pretty good without Giannis playing yesterday, $5,700. Looking, for 29 points out. He got to 23.2. He was a miss, but he did end up in some foul trouble in this game. Really impacted his minutes and his production overall. Then last but not least, we had Joseph Nurkic, $6,000. Looking for 30 points out. He got to 39.1, so he was a hit. So pretty much on the FanDuel side, a pretty solid day nonetheless. Once again, just some bad shooting and some foul trouble for Tyler Hero and Bobby Portis. But with that being said, we'll get moved over into the injuries in play for tonight's slate. So once again, this is a 4-game slate. We do have a 7:30 start time and then 2 8 o'clock games after that, and then the 1 10 o'clock game. So for the Boston Celtics, they were without Peyton Pritchard. He's out in this game. Broderick Thomas, game time decision. We'll see if he's back today or not. Either way, he's probably not in the rotation. For the New York Knicks, they were without Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose, and then Nerlens Noel is listed as questionable. For the Golden State Warriors, they have Klay Thompson and James Wiseman both out. Otto Porter Jr. and Andre Iguodala were both out yesterday. I assume they both end up playing today, so just keep an eye on that throughout the day. Steph Curry is questionable, supposedly a bruised quad. I do assume that he's not going to play tonight. Sometimes when Steph Curry sits, they also sit Draymond Green, so just keep an eye out on that as well. Then for the Pelicans, they are without Didi Lozada, Tomas Satoransky, and Zion Williamson, so no changes there. Moving over to the Pistons, they're without Kelly Olynyk and Jeremy Grant. They'll both still out once again. Frank Jackson is doubtful to play. Isaiah Stewart's questionable. We'll see if he's back today or not. If he's back today, he could be a decent low play. And then Livers and Joseph both listed as game time decisions as well. For the Grizzlies, Xavier Tillman and John Concha are both out. Yves Pons, Desmond Bane, and Kyle Anderson all listed as doubtful. So quite a few guys there, a lot of depth, especially when it comes to like that shooting guard and small forward position. Dylan Brooks and DeAnthony Melton are both listed as questionable to play. We'll see if they're back today or not. So it could be a little bit of value overall on that Grizzlies team tonight. Then we move down to the Clippers, who are without Zubac Preston, Kawhi Leonard, Luke Kennard, Isaiah Hartenstein, Paul George, and then Brandon Boston and Nicholas Batum are both questionable. We'll see if they're back today or not. Could open up a little bit of value there, but nothing too crazy overall. And then for the Phoenix Suns, they're without DeAndre Ayton, Jake Crowder, Frank Kaminsky, JaVale McGee, Abdul Nader, Dario Saric, and now Landry Shamet as well. So pretty much what we've been looking at. Obviously, the newest one out there is Landry Shamet. He was out the last game as well, though, too. So pretty much what we've been looking at for this Suns team overall. Nothing too crazy there. So pretty quick little rundown on the injuries in play for today's slate. A couple ones that we'll be looking at, some of these questionable guys. We'll see if we get any other injury updates or COVID news throughout the day. But if we do get that, I will be listing it down in the comments as well. But with that being said, we'll get over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So we're going to start off with the point guard position with Chris Paul. $7,300, looking for 37 points out, averaging almost 39 on the season. Got him projected for 38 points tonight. So should be a pretty solid value there on a slate that probably doesn't have a ton of value, at least to start off the day. At shooting guard, I'm going to go with Jordan Poole. He is $5,800, looking for 29 points at him, essentially what he's averaged on the season so far. I do have him projected for 30 points tonight. Once again, I do not believe that Steph Curry ends up playing in this game, so Jordan Poole should be back in that starting lineup. We'll see whether or not he still has some type of minutes restriction. It seems like he's had that, and that's why he's probably been coming off the bench. If we get some news on that, that may change the pick throughout the day. But if not, Jordan Poole looking like a solid play as long as Steph Curry's out once again. Then at small forward, we have Marcus Morris, $5,600, looking for 28 points out, averaging 27 on the season. Last time out, not too good for any of these Clippers guys. They kind of got blown out of the water. None of these guys did very well. But as long as this game is somewhat competitive, Marcus Morris should look like a solid play once again. Got projected for 29, 30 points tonight. Then at power forward, we're going right back to Trey Lyles, $5,000, looking for 25 points out of him. I got him projected for 26 points tonight. I will mention, though, if Isaiah Stewart's back, this pick's probably going to change throughout the day. Maybe it changes over to Isaiah Stewart. Maybe we move our next guy over to power forward. Could be a few changes to the core picks throughout the day. But as always, I'll leave that updated lineup, about 20 or 30 minutes prior to lock. Sometimes I'll get it out a little bit before that as well. Then at center, we have Jalen Smith, $5,300, looking for 26, 27 points out. Got projected for 27 points once again tonight. He did get in foul trouble the last time out. If he doesn't get in foul trouble, it probably pays off at his price tag. Should be a pretty favorable game for him once again tonight against the Clippers team. So Jalen Smith, don't have a problem playing him once again. But if you go with the 5 players I do have listed here, you have $21,000 remaining, $7,000 per player. So maybe not paying up quite for a stud. There's probably not that many studs out there if Steph Curry does end up missing. So you don't have too many people that are $10,000 or above at least. But you could try a little bit more balanced approach. Maybe you pay up for one of these guys. Maybe it's like a Ja Morant at $9,200 and then kind of plug and play from there. Definitely a lot of different options that we could use. And if some value does open up at all today, definitely could change the slate overall as a whole. But with that being said, we'll move over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. So we're going to start off with the point guard position, Reggie Jackson, $5,700, looking for 28, 29 points at him, averaging 27.5 on the season so far. Got him projected for about 29, 30 points tonight. He's definitely been right around that for a lot of games this season, so don't really have a problem going back to him once again tonight. Then at shooting guard, we got Cade Cunningham, $6,800. Pretty cheap price tag for him overall at this point in time. Looking for 34 points at him, averaging almost 33 on the season. Got him projected for 35 points tonight. He did play rather well last night. He got up over 30 points. That game was a blowout, and he did lose out on some minutes there. So if he can just do that once again tonight, should be a very solid play once again. Then in small forward, we have RJ Barrett. Played him the last time out. He played very, very well in that game. That was arguably his best game of the season so far, but not expecting that once again. But at $5,900, his price tag didn't move at all. So 29, 30 points is what we're looking for out of him. Got him projected for about 30 points once again tonight. Then power forward, we have Trey Lyles once again. He's $4,900. Looking for 24, 25 points at him. Got him projected for about 26 points tonight. Once again, just keep an eye out to see if Isaiah Stewart is playing or not. Then last but not least, at center position, not a lot of guys that were very valuable, and actually no guys that projected for 5 times value or better. So went with Jonas Valanciunas, probably one of the higher upside centers on tonight's slate, $7,900. Looking for 39, 40 points out, averaging about 39 on the season. Have him currently projected for 38, 39 points. But, going against that Golden State Warriors team, if you're a big guy and you can stay on the court against the Warriors, you're probably going to have a solid game overall. Definitely a lot of upside there for Jonas Valanciunas, and especially the way Brandon Ingram's been playing, they're going to need his offense tonight. But if you go with these 5 players, you have $28,800 remaining, $7,200 per player, so potentially paying up for a couple studs, maybe finding some value plays after that, or doing a little bit more balanced approach, which has worked out pretty well on the FanDuel side overall this year. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, January 6th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate, whether it's on FanDuel or DraftKings. If you want to throw in a Super Draft pick there as well, definitely willing to talk some Super Draft. JC Money Design and I will be going live probably around 5 or 5:30, about an hour and a half before the slate, just to talk some Super Draft over there, talk about our favorite plays on tonight's slate, and build a lineup as well. So I'll definitely be leaving that link down in the comments below as soon as I get that link as well, so you guys can check that out too, especially if you haven't heard of Super Draft. If you're new to Super Draft, if you're new to NBA DFS on Super Draft, definitely a great resource over there. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at CoachCraigSports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.